Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or I know we did this one. We're going to do a classic. How about Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz? As y'all know, it was Malcolm X's birthday this past weekend on May 19th, right? Mm-hmm. He was born May 19th, 1925. And for y'all who don't know, I hope y'all can't be listening to Black Love Matters, don't know about the King Malcolm X. He was an African-American Muslim minister and human rights activist. To his admirers, he was courageous advocate for blacks and men who indicated white America as the hardest terms for crimes against black Americans. Basically, all around, he's the GOAT. He's often been called one of the greatest and most influential African Americans in history. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
I think Malcolm X is too. He was married to Betty Shabazz, who was born May 28, 1934. She was born Betty Dean Sanders, and she's also known as Betty X. She was an educator and civil rights activist. Ms. Betty grew up in Detroit, Michigan, where her foster parents, I think folks don't know about her. She lived a really sheltered life, right? Against racism. Like, she came up in, Detroit was on the come up, right? And so she went to attend the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama, where she first had her encounters with racism. And that's when it ticked for her, right? And unhappy with the situation in Alabama, she then moved to NYC, where she became a nurse. And there is where she met Malcolm X. And in 1956, that's when she joined the Nation of Islam, and they were married in 1958. But along with her husband, they left the Nation of Islam in 1964, and she witnessed his assassination a year later. She left behind 6 daughters as a single mother to raise. But she pursued higher education and went on to work at Medgar Evers College in Brooklyn. Shout out to the X's, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's time for a new Malcolm and Betty Shabazz story.
It is.
I think we
need more like
not water down their story, but I think that later part of Malcolm X's life, and then after his assassination, it kind of goes silent on the X family.
It does.
And it's so much more, right? Or I would say after his trip to Mecca, then that's where it's kind of like some assassination done. And it's like, wait. That separation from the Nation of Islam, like what that meant. And I can only imagine how challenging that was for him, right? And his family. And the internal conflict I'm sure he battled with back and forth, because that's not a decision you just make overnight, right? It's huge, right? Or even her thoughts where, Betty Shabazz have openly said the Nation of Islam killed her husband, Like, it's heavy, right?
Yeah.
Or even to the part where Miss Shabazz, she was killed. I don't even like to say this. How do you say it? We all know, how do I say this with couth? Betty Shabazz died in an apartment fire, and allegedly, it was her grandson who started this fire, right? Mm-hmm. And then he went on to be killed in like gun violence. It's a lot of history with the X family that we really don't unpack and talk about.
Right.
You can't tell me that the assassination of the grandfather or Malcolm X didn't have anything to do kind of with these generational traumas and impacts, right? Whatever happened. I think it later came out, and his name was Malcolm X, right? I think it later came out that he said that, he was kind of battling his own stuff. I think the doctors actually diagnosed him with schizophrenia, right? And if we go back in history with Malcolm X's mother, I want to say schizophrenia, bipolar too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she had some type of...
And then later the grandson's like, I didn't have it. I was just saying I heard voices. I was like, it's some stuff to unpack there, right? In the way, he said he's processing how his grandmother died, because I think he said he set the house on fire to get attention. And what he just didn't plan for is for her to run through the fire to try to get him. Because he set the fire in front of her room. And the goal, I guess, was for her to go out through her fire escape. But her grandson's in there.
Right.
So you go through that fire to get what?
Right. You be like White Daddy.
Come on. So I would love to hear a recreation of the Malcolm X and Betty. And I want it to be the Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz story, and continue on after assassination and continue to unpack that. And, I know that was kind of a downer what we just said, but she has huge implications for the civil rights movement and for Muslim women and for Black women and education. Like, she didn't slow down.
Right.
right? Her and Mary, Mrs. Eggers too. Like I'm thinking about whatchamacallit's wife too. Like these women continue, Coretta Scott King, all the goats, right? They
Right.
continue to move forward in this battle even after their husbands die. Like these widows are like sickening, right? And some
Right.
of you bitches can't even get out of bed after a nigga break up with you. Like it's just I don't know. Shout out to them. I'm trying to live on a happier note than that, Near. You don't make me dig up history. It was his birthday though.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
What the Clarksons say,
birthday.
your living ain't in
to
vain. Is my living in vain? No, it's not.
Happy birthday.
You have any thoughts, feelings, or emotions about the Etz family?
Well, you didn't bring me all down.
I ain't mean to bring you down, but on the Black Love Matters, you got to tell the truth and what?
Nothing but the truth.
And shame the devil. This ain't nothing but facts.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people don't know that. I was talking about it with my mom, and she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "How did you miss this story?"
You made me lose train of thought. I was just gonna say, like, I love they love. I know it was a lot. It was a lot to unpack. I would love to see some type of biopic in addition to what Spike Lee did, but for later in life.
Like that was part one.
What was that movie that was like on Lifetime? Where was like one of the first ladies, or no, it was after JFK got assassinated, and like what happened to the wife of JFK afterwards.
I mean, they just did a movie about that. I think it was called Jackie.
Well, they need one called Betty.
What? Come on, don't do this. Come on.
Can we have one? What the hell happened? We figure out what the hell went. We found out what the hell happened after Jackie.
Yeah, with Jackie.
Yeah, can we figure out what the hell happened after Betty?
And the white folks so bold, they follow up to the when JFK got shot, and then they had scenes. I forgot what that Naomi Watts I think played it. They had the scene where she had the blood. She just sat in the blood. Jesus.
Well, wasn't Betty there?
Could you imagine
when the nigga was like, "Get your hand out my pocket"?
All of them. Oh my god.
Who are we gonna have play Betty?
Betty Shabazz.
Yes.
I don't know. Gotta be a strong black woman. What's her name from Orange Is the New Black? Danielle. Tasty.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm.
You think Tasty would be Betty?
Tasty or her about who did Harriet Tubman?
Oh yeah, old girl with the short hair.
Yeah, Harriet Tubman. I forgot her name.
Yeah. Oh, I can see her playing Betty. Ooh, that would be amazing. Who gonna play Malcolm?
An unknown Negro.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say T'Challa. I thought you was gonna say Chadwick Boseman.
Nah, I'm a hate ass nigga. You have enough T'Challa. You can't be James Brown and Malcolm X, my nigga. You know what I was gonna say? I was trolling. Who's that boy who playing Superfly?
Lakeith?
Trevor?
No.
What? Lakeith cannot be Malcolm.
No. Why not?
Nah. That boy Trevor on Grownish.
Yeah.
I can get Malcolm X vibe. I don't know if he that good of an actor. But I can get Malcolm X realness from him. Mm-hmm. He might be too young though. Like, well, I don't know.
You know what?
Depends on the era. Michael Ealy. Nah, I'm trolling. Michael Ealy a good actor.
You silly as hell.
He got to put on some contacts. Funny ass eyes. Is he tall enough to? I mean, I guess Cameron illusions.
Right. They just put on those high heel shoes and stuff.
Pull off of Malcolm X?
Yeah.
You don't think he could? I mean, I think it's the blue eyes that's throwing you off. How ironic. The person who playing Malcolm X had blue eyes. The blue eyed.
Who is I?
I don't think Malcolm would appreciate that.
No, he won't. Malcolm will be rolling his damn grave.
He said, "Look at these niggas. Can't get one thing right."
They got this blue-eyed devil. This nigga with these funny-looking eyes.
The thing is, it's so many young boys men on the come up that just pick one, right?
Yeah.
Just pick one of the new boys. Give them a shot. Let somebody shoot their shot. But I think whoever playing Betty Shabazz, I think I need me a seasoned. Mm-hmm. I trust for that one. Because I think I want this to highlight a little bit more on Betty than it does Malcolm. Like I said, I want it towards the end of Malcolm, like the Mecca on. Because I think that's when that shift started to happen, right? That's when that shift where he was like, I love the Muslim religion, but they doing some stuff that's not aligning with my core values in the Nation of Islam, right? And how do how do you he basically had an existential crisis, right? How do you again, right? It ain't his first one.
Exactly.
And how do you do that when you're and also I would love to have this kitchen table talk. How do you do that when you're face of a movement? So when to the point that you sacrifice for the movement, right? But if you're not being authentically you, I don't know. I'm processing out loud.
For some reason, I had Angela Bassett, but I think she might be too old.
Remember they did, who was it? They did Coretta and Betty on, I think it was like Lifetime or BET. And it was Mary J. Blige and Angela Bassett. I think Angela Bassett played Coretta Scott King. Coretta just got a book come out too. I think I'm interested in Coretta, but I feel like I know more about her life than I know about Betty Shabazz. And it could just be in the same sorority, so just off back,
Right.
I'm just more versed because it's brought to my attention more. But I feel like the DST ain't doing Betty right. Shout out to the Reds.
Oh, okay.
I know plenty about Coretta.
Shade.
And do you?
Yes, I do.
About Miss Betty, and I know she killed it. Right? It's one of them things. When I think about the Reds, all I know is about Dorothy Height.
Is your living in vain?
And mind you, it ain't enough about Dorothy Height either. Just the women in the movement, and I don't know how they did it, child. Messing with you fuck niggas. First of all, messing with the white fuck niggas and messing with the black fuck niggas. Jesus. Right? Like, and with the alleged white ones too. So the white women, so the niggas, the white men, and the white bitches. I'm surprised we just didn't go and create another planet.
I know, right?
Just go to NASA. We're heading to Mars.
But y'all didn't have the resources to get there.
What was some ladies who was working at NASA? Yes, we did. We got to the motherfucking moon. Did you not watch Hidden Figures?
I did watch Hidden Figures, but she did it for the white man.
Took us to the moon.
They did it for the white man, though. They ain't had the resources themselves to get there. Black women in glass ceilings and things of that sort.
More than glass ceilings for black women. It's a concrete ass ceiling. They want you to see what's under. They talking about that glass, so that's what white bitches. All right, who is you?
I'm Near.
I am B.
And this is episode 142, y'all. Happy Monday. Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. And remember, that's Black and okay. And also, by the way, we got a sponsor, y'all. Black Love Matters podcast is on the up and up. So this podcast is sponsored by thefancysuccess.com. Y'all remember Fancy? She came on the podcast a few weeks ago. She got that site. So thefancysuccess.com is a lifestyle brand that will walk you through every stage of life. This Fancy Success specializes in custom luxury fur. So y'all know y'all niggas like them furs. Special occasion dresses and trendy clothing. Use the code BLM for 15% off. That's at fancysuccess.com.
What is it? Fancy sexy. Yeah, you got to get that right. Can we just take a moment?
Fancysuccess.com.
To say we got our first sponsor.
BLM.
To say we got our first sponsor. And not only have our first sponsor, but our first sponsor is a black woman. Mm-hmm. Can we just have a moment of appreciation and gratitude for this, right? And being able to get sponsors who support us for being authentically us, right?
Yeah.
So we ain't saying y'all gotta go buy nothing. Just go do it so she can get to clicking. What's it called, Name? Give us digital terms.
Clicks. Click-throughs.
Or the Instagram.
Signal boost.
You hear me? The clicking.
The clicking. Click-throughs, baby.
But who I really recommend this for is for our 1995 children. Mm-hmm. Y'all go check out her blog. She's doing really good stuff. Like I said, she's in graduate school. She's originally from Detroit, and she traveled. That's why I really want to highlight for y'all, like the importance of travel. If I had one thing that I could redo in my younger years, as I smoke my cigarette, in undergrad, is I wish I would have traveled more or studied abroad. And I think Fancy does that so gracefully and elegantly into places that we necessarily don't think of. Right? So we all think of, the Jamaicas,
Miami and shit. Yeah.
But like Fancy been to Croatia, you know what I'm saying? Like these different places that Thailand, you know what I'm saying, that are just really, really nice. So if you're interested in travel or but or how you do it, right? So how
Mm-hmm.
do you travel and how do you budget to do that? How do you pack passports, visas? Like go there and check that out. Like I really advise you to do that because even me and Nerium's, as I'm getting to Colonizer Valley, I got to get a few months to get stable and balance some stuff out. But I really do want to travel more.
Right. I want to go to motherfucking Yacht Week.
You might have aged out of that, but y'all go check
Look,
out.
I'm never too old to be at Yacht Week, baby.
Because the thing with Yacht Week, you can't just go with a couple people. You got to have a team. Because
Well,
you just can't afford to rent out a whole ass. If you got the money to rent out a whole ass yacht right now, pause the podcast. Because you got an account I don't know about. A whole yacht?
yeah.
In across the country? Okay. But anyway, again, it's thefancysuccess.com.
The fancy success.
TheFancySuccess.com. And you get 15% off. And what's her
BLM.
No, what am I thinking about? Social media is Fancy Success.
Yeah, I think it's like underscore fancy success underscore.
We'll be able to connect it because we so excited. I'm sure on our social media we'll be shouting her out anyway.
Right. As well, she got them furs and she got Lelway.
Okay.
On them furs. So y'all niggas who want furs, she got that. Because I'm about to get one. She got this stove, like she got this custom made stove that got fancy on it. I'm gonna get one. I'm about to get one that says Nerum on it.
Oh my God. Is it time for my check-in? We done took this too far. I'm trying to tell the children to go and travel and be great. Nerum talking about I won't. Okay.
I'm about to put it in my layaway.
Thank you. My check-in again. Happy birthday, Malcolm. It was May 19th. Shout out to you. I know it was the same day as the wedding. And we're going to talk about that wedding with y'all hating ass niggas. No hating ass, no joy having niggas. We can't have no joy, can we?
No.
But other than that, I want to say I had a really good weekend. So I spent one day with, some Tam and Den, actually, some Black Love Matters listeners. And they came and got me because y'all know I'm trying to find my counselor. No, I still ain't called or sent the email. My goal is to get it done by this week.
Nah, bitch.
Leave me alone.
I spent my hard-earned time finding you some that accept insurance, and all you had to do is call them, baby.
It take energy. Y'all out there know it take energy. Because I got to mentally prepare if they come off crazy. Because y'all know some counselors out there that come off crazy. So it was good to get out with Tam and Den. So, to be honest, I think I was honest with them. Maybe they didn't know. Like, I was just not feeling myself this whole week, right? I have not been sleeping well. I've been up to the point where I was up for the royal wedding, not because I wanted to be.
Because you was just up.
Wide-eyed looking, right? Wasn't no alarm clocks here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just appreciate them coming through because sometimes you need friends to be persistent like that, right? Because I'm sometimes can be the one to be like, oh, I'm good, or I'm just chilling. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Like, I'm perfecting the swerve, as Nerum says.
Yes, Nyam is good for the swerve.
And I really, I was fighting the urge to do that, right? Because I know I'm like, I prayed and I asked God to send people that cared about me and I cared about them and invested in me, and for God, before I get inside like these slumps, to send, something to help me through this, right? Mm-hmm. And what did the Lord do? Deliver Tam and Den. So we was in Oakland this weekend. I like Oakland. Oakland is a touch of the hood though. But I do like it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind living in Oakland, but like in the downtown area, like it was too many whiffs of piss by the subway station that I was like, oh.
What?
Like the thing about that's why I would say there's a difference. Detroit the hood, right? It don't smell like piss though.
No, it don't.
Detroit don't smell like piss. I don't know. I can't handle air because New York, some of the finest parts of New York smell like piss. Yeah. And I can't do that. So that's what turned me on from living, like really making that long ass commute and be like, I'm gonna be with my people. I can't be walking up that BART and my mouth open, that piss wipe in.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
ooh, you got all in your mouth. Now you tasting the piss.
Look.
Ooh.
So that's what I would say. It smelled like pee-pee. And I know we got homeless people. Mm-hmm. But Detroit got homeless people too.
Yeah.
Why don't the Detroit homeless or the areas? But you know what? I ain't about to blame this on the homeless people. It wasn't just the homeless areas. It'd be like random places. I guess that's where people pee. But I'm like, what?
It just comes out of nowhere. It's like
piss is so strong. We done had a dog ain't no piss that strong. Maybe Desi was hydrated. We done had a dog ain't no his piss went like this. Why are you laughing, dear?
Because you're ridiculous.
Would you agree?
Yes, the piss is strong out there.
I said said the sun done banked it and concentrated it. So that's the only reason I think I can't live in like Oakland proper, right? Because if I want to live in downtown. I want to live one where it's jumping, right? Because I'm gonna have to have access to the bar so I can get where I need to be, right? But I think because of that, I can't. That ain't gonna work for me, right?
Right.
But I think I would like to be somewhere where I have nice access to it, right? I would like to be somewhere where I can go there, maybe once or twice a week without spending 4 hours in traffic, though. So I'm gonna take that in consideration. But I can't live in the proper because it's too much whiffs of piss. We went to this ribs and barbecue place. I'm losing train of thought of the name of it, but I'm sure it's a known one. So it's a rib and barbecue place. It's right by that pier area. Okay. So if anybody know what that is, it was good. The food was good. I think I was asking too many questions, but it was good.
What questions were you asking?
I asked them about like they ribs. Like, do they bake it or broil it or they put it on the grill? Sometimes you go to black restaurants and they'd be like, not boiled ribs, but like broiled.
Yeah.
I don't want my ribs in the oven.
No, I want a little pullback.
Or they'll bake them in the oven and then throw them on the grill. That ain't barbecue to me.
I need smoke ring.
Yeah, I want smoke because I was trying to determine what I wanted. I was like, oh, they got fresh sausages. Well, I want brisket. And they was like, I asked the girl, like, which one you like the best? She liked the brisket. And I said, okay. And then I was like, get the brisket. It says good. I said, can I have an honest moment? I don't think black people make good brisket.
I would have to agree. I
have to give it to the colonizers on this one.
I would have to agree. I haven't had...
Like, it's not nasty. Don't get me wrong, right? It's not nasty. But if we're doing just like, chicken between the blacks and the Koreans, we're going to brisket. We don't got that one. The colonizers have that one.
Yeah.
The southern white colonizers have that one.
Brisket is not really a black delicacy.
Yeah, it's not, because it tastes like roast to me. I feel like when black people cook it, it tastes like roast. And brisket way too expensive to be tasting like Sunday roast.
You know why, though? Because black people cook it all the way until it's super done and don't be no moisture in it. And the colonizers be cooking it and it be, moisture and juicy. But, black folks got something about pink. They be like, that ain't done. They got pink in it.
Black people be ready to take my cars. I get a medium or medium rare steak in a minute.
Yeah.
And fuck it up. To my parents, they be like, Jesus, you gonna catch Ebola. I think that's what my mama said. My mom was like, you gonna catch Ebola. I said, Ebola. First of all, you don't get Ebola from me, but okay. We're getting there.
You will
I mean, you mean E. coli?
E. coli, tapeworm.
Not Ebola. That's two different things. Don't come from the mosquitoes.
Right.
But I don't give it to the blacks. I don't give the blacks the brisket.
I have to agree.
It did just start laughing at me. I said, I don't get the blacks. The blacks, we don't do the biscuit well. Well, I mean, we don't do brisket well. Mm-hmm. Or, well, it's not the word. It's not I don't like to go to places and pay for it.
It's not our delicacy. Like, ribs, niggas is on. Hot dogs, sausages, niggas is on.
Hot like
burgers, niggas is on.
Yeah.
But luxury meats like brisket.
Or like skirt steak. Yeah. I don't want no black skirt steak because it'd be too tough.
Because they cook it till it's done.
Yeah.
Like all the black people I've encountered when it comes to like cooking meat, they're always like funny about not seeing pink.
Yeah, and I love pink to the point where I think I surprise white people, like especially white men, and I like medium rare. They like
medium rare. It's like what?
Yes.
You want to steal a little blue? Yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't get it. What's it called? Blue? I don't get it blue. I ain't there, honey. But
I think you like it because it's soft, like that soft and chewiness that comes with medium rare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so that was good. Then we went to the Veg Fest out in Oakland.
Okay.
Which was nice. It was like a smaller one, but it was good enough for me. Like I told you, the mood I was in, I didn't need to be around too many motherfuckers anyway.
Did y'all go to the barbecue too? I mean, not the barbecue shop, but wasn't there another barbecue out there in Oakland?
Oh, you mean the picnic for the niggas?
Yeah.
That's not the next memorial.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah, that ain't time for that. But that's where it's gonna be.
Okay.
Where the Veg Fest is, where the calling of the blacks gonna be.
Okay.
I'm trying to be in that number. We'll see. And then I went to the Veg Fest, and it was really nice, like just to go around and just see so many vegetarians and stuff. I actually bought something. It's called chicken salt at the Vegetarian Fest.
Oh.
Why about chicken salt?
At the I don't know why.
It was chicken salt with lime flavor. When I tell y'all, this shit's so good. It's some brand in Australia or something. They was like, everybody put chicken salt on everything. And it was a brother giving it. But I told Tam, I said, oh, his ass in a sunken place. Because I'm asking, I'm like, brother, is this like Lawry's? What is this? He's like, what's Lawry's? I said, oh, bye.
You don't know what Lawry's is?
He's lucky. I almost didn't even trade the sample.
Nigga don't know what Lars is.
Lari's is. I said,
Fuck
I don't want
this.
to get this. I said, he in a sunken place. But I tried it on a cucumber. On a cucumber with a little that chicken salt with lime.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga. It was hitting chicken salt. The other thing I realized, I had my own meat privilege. I went to the fucking Veg Fest wearing a leather jacket. I mean, I'm thinking they assumed it was vegan. It wasn't.
Nah,
Because it's cold as hell up here. I ain't realized it till I was looking around and I felt uncomfortable. I was like, and I looked down. I said, I think I seen a sign like with a cow and like clothes or something. I looked at my shit. I was like, oops. I think they just assumed mine was plus. I was like, nah, sis. How disrespectful. That's how I had a moment. I have a moment of empathy for the colonizers at that moment. Because that's much how they feel on a daily basis. When they walk into some shit. This was racist. I didn't know. This is just my favorite jacket. That's how they must feel on their shit. That's racist. That's what I've always said. No harm, no foul.
All right. I've always said nigger. I didn't know that was racist.
That's a bad word.
Oh
shit.
Well, in my household,
too late. You're too late.
Wearing leather is bad. Oh.
I didn't know. Pass the chicken salt. And that's the only thing that saved me from this white privilege moment. When the lady, I didn't want that saved me because I came there uncouthful, and also I didn't want to embarrass Tam and Dan. Mm-hmm. Because what happened was I was tasting some Ripple milk, which wasn't horrible. I don't know what it was made of. I got the chocolate.
It was probably made out of sweet peas.
I thought you meant P-E-E. I thought you meant piss.
P-E-A.
The chocolate one wasn't bad because I told you I was sipping it with a clenched mouth. But it wasn't bad. But then was the next one, getting some type of sausage. I don't know what it was made out of, air. And then so me and Tam just went up to where he was at. And so my lady, the line's back here. Hey, bitch. I said, I'm not in line. I eat meat. But married. That's what I said. I said, I'm not in line. I eat all the meats. But they're married, so I think they get cut. I think they get cut in line privileges. I think that comes along when you sign the wedding certificate. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, okay, bitch. I said, she's. Oh, I didn't know. I was like, yeah, I know. You're just so concerned with policing the line, huh?
She's
Thank you.
Call the police on y'all niggas.
And I walked away. That's why I stopped, because it was a call to police moment. I think everybody in the line stopped to stare at me when I said, oh no, I eat all the meats. What do you think they was thinking? What? So I don't want the fucking sausage, first of all. Okay? I want a red link with all the pork casings on it. And I'm like, and they're married. So when you sign a marriage certificate, you always get to cut in front of them. Thank you for policing the fucking line, bitch. Walked away. Is that too? I said, sorry, Tammy. I wanted to go in more, but I didn't want to embarrass y'all. Because I think a lot of people just act like she ain't here. I said, I heard what the fuck you said, bitch. What? Too much now?
Yes.
You think I shouldn't have engaged?
I wouldn't have. But you are a very engaging individual.
What do you think she said when I said I eat all the
meat?
Black
bitch.
I said I eat all the meats. I wish I had a sausage.
Why are you here?
What? And I wear leather jacket.
Why your black ass even here at this veg fest?
Chicken salt. Get chicken salt with lime. So good. Then after that, we went to the mall and it was amazing. It was some huge mall. Okay, another secret. I think it's the Mexicans. So, or the Latinx community. What is these mangoes with the lime chili on it? Right? I knew about that. They said them motherfuckers in the mall. But now it's a whole fucking cart.
What? The mango lime chilies?
Yeah, and it got like juices and shit, and they putting juice in it and ice and salt and hot sauce and Lawry's on it. What the fuck is that? It took all my might not to go back and buy some. Because the thing is, Tim was like, you can go back and buy some. I was like, I'm gonna just get this Cinnabon for dessert because I need to go home and study this menu. So I know what the fuck I'm getting. I've been spent $100 here.
Miami's good for studying the menu.
They had chicharron skins. Looked like they had flaming hot Cheetos with some pork on it and hot sauce. What the fuck is this? Y'all niggas will go viral in Detroit.
Did you find your pork rind dust there?
Oh my They got all that. So I'm going to go back. Near, I probably won't wait till you come. I'm gonna have to go back maybe like a day after work
It's
when it ain't
okay.
busy
You
and
can
just
go without
study
me.
it. You hear me? And just study them. And they
Just
had like these juices. It looked like jungle juice. Like it looked like somebody, Big Mama stirred it with her hand.
mm-hmm.
It was like Latinx Kool-Aid. And I'm like, I need to get some of this. But I ain't want to do too much. Lastly, I went to go see Gabby movie. Why ain't y'all warn me? Niram, did you see the movie? Need to. Why didn't y'all tell me about Gabby's movie Breaking In? It was great. Okay, I'll do this quickly. It was great. Strong black superwoman. You know, I was a little worried about that stereotype, but that's fine. That daughter, that casting, she looked just like Gabrielle Union. Scared, right? I thought this was her daughter, right? But you black men is sorry niggas.
What?
It's some sorry niggas. Gabrielle Union done basically went American Ninja Warrior to save her children for an hour and a half in this movie. Her black ass husband finally arrived, and this nigga get pinched, and he fall on the ground.
What? Nyambi, sometimes I don't know if you're exaggerating or if you're telling the truth. So can you just
Who seen the movie? Am I lying?
clarify?
Tam Den, am I lying? Literally, Gabrielle Union is thinking critically. She done got her ass whooped, beat, all types of shit. Just trying to keep her bare family above water. Husband finally come thinking he cute. Gonna surprise her. She knocking on the door. Go away. Nigga. No, help. Call. What's happening? Honey. So open the door. The white, I don't know, it was a Latino man, I don't know who had slapped the shit out of him, and he on the ground for the next 30 minutes.
For the rest of the movie? Until end credits?
So she got to come back and hold him.
Oh my God.
I said, I would ask for a divorce. And then it's generational passed on because she got a son in there. He ain't do shit. I know he only 10, but the daughter had to fight at 14. The son needed to do something. The son came in as this ultra like techie guy, really into stuff. Nigga, you can't use none of your tech skills, none of your Google glasses you got on to call for help.
None of that stuff is transferable, baby.
Meanwhile, the sister climbing through the windows, calming him down, about to get raped. You know what I'm saying? And he just standing there shaking. Every black man in this movie was scary. Way in the hopeful. They basically could have cast the Hawk in here.
Because we all know how bitch ass the Hawk was.
And I said, this is too much. At the end of the movie, I was so done with it that I had to just verbalize it. I said, oh, sis, I asked for a divorce. As soon as he came to, I want a divorce. Because he gonna wake up when the police come. And then the police, too. Here come the police an hour and a half later. Anyone need help?
What took him so long?
Because I don't want to give too much away. Like her dad was into some shit. That's actually, they ain't fleshed that out too much, but her dad was into some shit. But he basically got this whole high tech ass smart house where like it locks down. But the thing is, like if someone cuts the cord, if the power's not restored in a half an hour, the police automatically comes. So it gives it buffer for like the security system or the power, the generator to kind of come back on. But if it's not fully restored to power, the police automatically comes. And so the people who were trying to rob was kind of like they gave themselves 90 minutes, right? We got 90 minutes to police come because they didn't think Gabby and her family was going to be there. You see what I'm saying? So that's why she waiting for the police and they don't got no signals or you know how that go. You know that type of story. Fill in the lifetime story blanks. So we're counting down but she ain't had to wait for the police, honey. She took care of it like a black woman takes care of it. I said, just the life of a black woman. And then was like you said, black women were created to support and black man was created to be supported. And that's what got me at the end. At the end, she got to hug him and her son. You got to hug me. You know what I just went through? Oh, sorry. Let me know the ones who seen this. Oh, sorry, niggas. I'll get a divorce. I'll be all set.
Oh my God.
What? Oh, and also, it's the idea of not underestimating the power of a black woman. That was a constant theme in there. Like, even to the point where the white man was like, I'm impressed. Nigga, you want a fucking cookie? But he was like, but you're not surprised. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are surprised by you. You're white colonizer. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want your approval. You know, colonizers, men, the oppressor loves, when they awaken or bring awareness to their bigotry, they always want rewards for it. I don't like that. That's the thing. Nets. Work is finally at the point where they want some results. And I'm gonna give it to their ass. I had a nice long conversation with Nia because I think we kind of the same thing, but opposite sides of the spectrum. So I think Nia he likes his job too, but I really like it. But I like my job to the point where it's like, no, I really want to understand the process. And my job's like, fuck the process. What you think?
What ideas you got, Ho?
So that's a little hard for me. That kind of goes against all my formal training and experience to say, fuck the process. What you think?
Right.
But I got some fuck the process. You know what? What they want. Give them what they want.
Give them what they want.
And I'm going to do that. And then lastly, at church, y'all, they was playing Negro spirituals at church. They invited a church from white ass New England, and they brought their ass up on that stage and did Negro spirituals.
What?
You know the fucked up part?
What?
They killed it. To the point I almost in tears. In the past, I think the pastor was surprised too. He was like, y'all gonna do one more for us. But the choir director was black.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that got a little bit to do with it. I've never, like, if you would close your eyes, you'd be like, these are some slaves. What?
You said these are some slaves.
Like, it was so hurtful. First of all, I love a Negro. Maybe I shouldn't say Negro spiritual, but I don't care what nobody said. That was a Negro spiritual.
What was it, like? Swing low,
one of them was called
chariot.
I'm a witness, so you already know what road that's going down.
Oh.
And like they was sinking and their cadence and child, they threw down. I can't even hate against them.
Did they bust out following the drinking gorge?
No. Now they would have been that explicit. I think I had to walk out. But it definitely was like Negro spiritual-esque, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy came up and was like, the director said that he was speaking about, because our church really talks a lot about race relations and stuff like that. And that's why he kind of chose those songs, right? To speak to what's going on now and, what happened to the shootings. Like, so, they were intentional with, like, they ain't just come up here to be like, guess what, niggas? Like, they were intentional with their thoughts, right?
Right.
But, I seen that white ass choir with two black people. I'm like, look, this is me. Be with me, Lord. Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me.
Mm-hmm.
Singing my own Negro spiritual. Like, while I'm on this, what is it? Tedious journey. Okay. But they came up there and threw down. To the point, when here maybe don't feel like this. Some of them Negro spirituals get you to crying. Because the way it's almost like it's like a belting. It's almost like a wailing, to the point. Like, not wailing's not the word, but like it's sorrowful, right? Yeah. And they sung it with that emotion. And usually white choirs don't do that to me. And then the pastor, forgiveness. I'm telling you, it's forgiveness year. He really talked about forgiveness, and he wrote forgiveness is three things. I want to get this right. Let me bring up my notes. Forgiveness is irrational, which is something unique. I never really heard someone talk about forgiveness. They said if you're forgiving someone and it ain't feeling a little crazy, you ain't doing it right.
Really? Yeah.
So he's saying, because when you wholly forgiving someone, right? Forgiveness is not something that you rationally think out. Because most times when you're forgiving somebody, they done you what? They
did you wrong.
And why would you, in our westernized training and colonizer training, why would you ever forgive somebody who did you wrong?
Hey.
And you do it right because of the greater good and people right. But that's irrational.
Y'all niggas want a forgiving heart. Somebody got to do y'all wrong in order to forgive.
Come on. And then the idea that is forgiveness is also costly and it leads to suffering, right? So for you to forgive, right? Forgiveness is it's a one person job. So that means you're usually giving up something.
All right.
And be aware, be it emotionally, spiritually, financially. And that usually leads to suffering. But then finally it leads to freeing, that, like this idea of being free. And that freeness is worth that cost, right? So it's this kind of cycle. And the other thing he talked about that really spoke to my spirit was this idea of relational courage. Have you ever heard that term?
Mm-mm.
Tell me more. Saying when you have something, this might be an episode we can flesh out more because I know I'm already long-winded, right? When you keep having stuff or regurgitating the same conversation with people about somebody else. So you're like, I can't stand when so-and-so do this and that. He said, I let people do that about 2-3 times before I'm like, hey, you need to go talk to them. And then when it comes to the 4th time, he said, I embarrass them. And then I take them and I'm like, you need to talk to this person. They got a problem with you. And his idea is like, And the way he said is, I will not encourage your cowardice. Your what is it? Cowardice? I think
Coward.
that's the plural.
Yes.
You know, cowardice.
Mm.
The verb, the action of being a coward.
Oh.
What is that? Cowardice, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on me. Just because my words run together sometimes. I am in the readings of who?
Baldwin.
Okay, so cowardiceness, yes. So the act of being coward. So he's saying, the pastor's saying, I've told friends that I won't encourage you being a coward and not having relational wealth. So I will not encourage your relational cowardice. So you need to do that. I don't want to know if somebody told me that.
Cowardice. Cowardice.
Cowardice.
Cowardice.
You just Googled it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
It's cowardice, right? That's not a word. I made it. I'm not making it up. Cowardice. I will not encourage your cowardice. And you need to have relational courage and go up to this person and say how you feel. But he did, which is my number one test for all pastor, he said, forgiveness does not mean reconciliation now.
It don't.
He said reconciliation is that's a different ball game. And he said the Bible gives us a little loophole. I'm gonna have to give y'all the verse. I think it says forgive and reconcile as best you can. He said as best you can is the loophole.
This nigga is shady.
Come on. He said, but it ain't no loophole for forgiveness though. You got to do that with your spirit. Now reconciliation, up to you. But forgiveness, because I think, and y'all folks who know the Bible better than me, y'all can quote it. I think the Lord, was it Peter? I forgot who asked the Lord, like, how many times do I got to forgive? 7? Look, Peter being cute, because what is it? Is it Muslim or Jewish folks? Like, you can forgive 3 times before I say fuck you? I don't know. I forgot how it goes. Like so he's like, I done multiplied it by 2 and added 1. 7, Lord. The holy number of 7, Jesus. Is that enough, Lord? And the Lord was like, how about 70 times 7?
What?
That's how many times you got to forgive. That's in the Bible, right? And he went on to say, like, this is, again, an exaggeration. So God is saying, you don't stop. What do you mean? How many times do I got to forgive? How many times? And then he flipped it on you. How many times I done forgave you? Mm-hmm. What is it called? Horizontally, going up. How many times have we asked God or the grand architect forgiveness, right? For how many times a day?
Right.
Right. But, was it vertically? Our brother and our people around us, they do one thing wrong to us, we done. Right?
Right.
But again, it doesn't mean reconciliation, but it's the idea of truly forgiving. So, marinating on that. And Sunday, I spent some time with my god sister, and we're actually probably gonna have her on a podcast. And I got a little bit of readings for some cards, and I'll say that for later. Though I'm get a little juicy with that lady. I know I've been going through transitions, and I talk too much. Near, what's going on with you?
Oh, what do you have to? Never mind. Couple things. Since you're over here talking about church and stuff, so I was watching a little documentary, and there's the Church of Beyonce. It's called the Bay Mass, the Beyonce Mass, and it's in San Francisco. And when I go, I want to go. So they got an article.
Anything that say Beyonce.
Well, let me finish. Before you start cutting me off. At the Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, Beyonce Mass includes everything from choir's rendition of a Survivor to sermons inspired by Queen Bey's lyrics. So this church is in San Francisco. It's called the Grace Cathedral. It's ran by a black woman. Let me see if I can find her name. Reverend Yolanda Norton.
Yeah.
And it basically says, like, it turns out the Beyonce Mass is not about worshiping Miss Carter, but rather using her body of work to inspire people to attend service, worship the Lord, and empower themselves. Her lyrics can drive the sermon with a lively chorus singing everything from Destiny's Child, Survivor to Beyonce's Freedom. And church goers are given pamphlets designed to resemble her 2013 self-titled album that reads Beyonce Mass. Anyone can attend Beyonce Mass, but the service focuses on empowering women of color and other minority communities by bringing up pop music and religious messaging. Reverend Drew Harmon tells Naisha, that the Grace Cathedral draws a large LGBTQ and POC crowd. Oh, people of color. Why they put it like that? Because it's
Because
like
it's San Francisco.
Big P, little O, C.
Because it's people of color.
I know. The church hasn't been the best about lifting those voices. Honestly, I think Beyonce is better, a better theologian than many pastors and priests. So this lady, Yolanda Norton, she teaches a course on like Beyonce and the Bible or something like that.
You know what? I'm on a long crooked walk with the Lord. And if people are finding their way through the Lord through Beyonce, great.
Praise God, Beyonce.
I just want to reiterate, Beyonce is not God. I think she said that on the Roar tour. I think in her lyrics, love God herself, I am not God. I just want to I get what they're saying, but you just be careful.
Naomi, I think I'm gonna go.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go
just
to the church
careful.
of Beyonce.
So on the outside, this seems like ain't no wrong with it, right? So it's like themes. It's just like when pastors have themes, right?
Yeah.
For the
her
sermons.
theme is Beyonce.
The theme is Beyonce, and that's fine. Just be very, very I don't want to see no pictures of Beyonce. I don't want to be praying while Beyonce faces up. I don't want none of that. I don't worship false idols. I don't do that.
I'm a survivor. So they had a video on Vice.
I don't do that.
It's quite interesting.
But if you're taking the theme of it, right?
Yeah.
So if the theme is freedom, right? And you from a woman of color, I absolutely can see how you can tie that in. It seems more Vacation Bible School to me.
Look.
Because I'm old school. You hear me? I just cried off a Negro spiritual.
Everybody got to get their word one way or another.
I believe everybody need to get in touch with their Lord. My only advice is don't go there and worship up no Beyonce.
This might be my type of church.
Don't you go up. No, it ain't. Because I don't went to the website. I can tell you right now it ain't.
What the website say?
What's happening at the Grace is there's a lot of purple jackets and white men's and these white things. Their bars is spiritual life, music, art, and ideas. The Labyrinth and yoga. Visit us.
Oh, I like yoga. I like yoga.
I'll go, but I just want to be very, very clear. If they start praying to somebody else, I'm leaving. And that's ain't no shade to this church. This any church. Nero knows I'll walk out of church. Well, maybe you don't know. My other friends know. I've walked out of churches. I walked out of churches if they start talking about gay people too crazy. I walked out. They talking about women too. I've walked out of churches to the point where I'm sure I'm the part of the sermon.
I need to figure out.
The pastor calls me as I'm walking down the aisle. They're like, "Sister, come to the Lord," and I think I throw up my hand. I'm not against walking out of church.
I need to figure out if Beyonce mass like every Sunday or is it certain like fourth Sundays?
If it is, that's way too much too. This should be a once a month, once a quarter thing. I love Queen Bee. I stand for her. But
I need to find a schedule about this Beyonce mass.
But it's too many passages in the Bible, the Quran, and everything else that we need to go through first.
Oh, it's gonna be so lit.
Before we get to lemonade and freakum dress.
Let's see. About Beyonce mass. Hell yeah.
We're not doing this, Neil. What's your next checkout?
I'm going to Beyonce mass. I'm a survivor.
Okay. Keep making fun of this. Don't be making fun.
Look, everybody can get the jokes. Because
you get mad if folks start making fun of your running in your lifestyle. Don't do this.
Everybody
just like when you know how you come in the room and I be praying, you be like, "What's going on in here?" Be careful.
Look, I'll let you be.
So if you let this be, then too. What's your next topic?
Sweet baby Beyonce. Yes. So speaking of churches and stuff, Beyonce went ahead and bought a church. Okay.
Well, that's good. Like for her community?
It's down there in Nolens.
Okay.
She bought a church that's like 7,500 square feet. It's about 100 years old. She bought for about $850,000. She said that, or they said that, she had bought it because it was like a church that hadn't been used in a while, and like all the parishioners or whatever they call passed away. So they don't know, what Beyonce is gonna do with it, but she done bought a church.
I'm sure it's somebody who need the word, right? Mm-hmm. And she'll probably, gift it, I'm sure, to some type of church organization, you know?
Yeah.
That's good. You know, you rather Beyonce buy it and give it back to the community than what the colonizer take it and what? Then we got the building fund.
Right. So I'm gonna go to Beyonce Mass in San Francisco, and then for Essence Fest, I'm gonna go to the Beyonce's church.
Sounds good. As long as you get into the house of the Lord anyway. You know, but if it's if it's fishy, you already know Beyonce. Not Beyonce. Nyambi don't play because I don't play with the Lord.
I'm interested about this Beyonce Mass. I'm gonna have to go.
You are. Go ahead. Ain't no one stopping you.
It's like a Beyonce concert.
No, it's not that. Don't do that. Don't do that to the kids. Neil, stop playing. It ain't funny.
What?
It's not funny.
It kind of is. Other than that, I binge watched the second season of 13 Reasons Why. I don't know if you're watching it, Nyambi, but
nope. Too triggering.
It was interesting.
What's it about? Like the white kids. So what is this part?
So, you know, well,
the white girl killed herself.
Without giving too many spoilers, the white girl killed herself.
I already know what's going to happen.
And now the white girl mama sued the school.
Suing criminal or civil?
Civil.
Oh, she's going to get her money.
So she's suing the school district.
Yeah, she's going to
for a fault.
She might shut the whole fucking school district down.
And all the kids that was on the tapes get like subpoenaed or deposed or whatever like that. So it was just interesting. And I hope like they all get lawyers too. A lot of dirt came out about that. So it was interesting.
And did they all get lawyers too?
Some of them did. Some of them
the
did.
Smart ones. Oh, Jesus.
No, the rich ones did.
Lawyers. The ones who ain't get lawyers went to jail.
No.
Oh.
But I can't tell you everything. But
the lawyer ones, the ones who was lawyers, was in a better position than now.
But let's just say it was a lot of encouragement. It was a lot of affluenza going on.
Affluenza?
Yeah. You know how the white kids, when they be very affluent? No. You know, the rich white kids that get caught up in some shit, they usually get off because they so affluent. Yeah. So the term in the hood is called affluenza. Like he just got off. Like they usually go off. They usually get off with a slap on the wrist or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's called affluenza. So that's what's going on in that. In Detroit, Michael Jackson's getting his own street.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. Yeah, he does.
I'm surprised one of those streets down there by the Motown Museum ain't named after famous celebrities.
You would think so.
Yeah, that seems like a easy.
Like something easy.
Let me stay in my lane for city planning, urban development. Like that would be easy, right?
Yeah.
Or parks or something named after like that whole, what is it, off Grand River?
Mm-hmm. So they renaming Randolph Street in downtown in the theater district.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where you think it would be. Come on.
Right.
Or even if it's both names. You know, I'd be both names, like kind of what's on top of it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you got that going on in the
because Michael Jackson don't got no other street named after stuff in Gary, Indiana, ain't it?
Right.
What? That's good. Is his people coming down for that?
I don't know. Never mind. I was going to say something, but I'll pass. Please. I'm going to say it need to be next to MLK. That's what I said. I'll pass.
Don't do that. I think it should be right where Michael Jackson at. And maybe it should be 8 Mile. It should be right where he.
Stupid. Right in the middle of whites and blacks. Stupid.
All right, what's going on?
And then other than that, like this was a heart-wrenching story. So one of the like playmates, she was a black woman, jumped off the top of a New York City building with her son, her 7-year-old son.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah. What is her name? Stephanie Adams jumped to her death off of a Manhattan building early this morning with her 7-year-old son.
Jesus. And did she have any history of mental health or anything that was going on?
No, what they said is that they, like she was involved in like an ongoing nasty domestic dispute with her estranged husband over custody of their son.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah. So, I just want to bring it up because, she was a black woman. I'm like, damn, that was heart-wrenching. But I think
did anybody talk about it? I didn't even hear about it.
No. So that was the thing. Like, nobody brought it up. But, also she was a playmate. And, the black woman who was usually Playboy playmates usually didn't get no love anyway. No. So, it was sad. And it just made me.
Hold on. So she grabbed her son and jumped?
Yes.
And both passed away?
Yep.
Wow. That's horrible.
Off the 25th floor penthouse.
Jesus. That is traumatic.
Yeah.
Mental health had to be playing in that.
It
And
had to be.
she jumped, no one pushed her.
That's what they said. Nobody pushed her. It was just her and her son. She made both of them jump.
I can only imagine the pain that sister was going through to do that.
Yeah. And that's the moral of the story of this is that like you just never know what people are going through. So
Yeah.
show some compassion.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody got a story.
even though motherfuckers piss you off, like we're still human.
Forgiveness.
We're still human.
Forgiveness.
Yeah.
Forgiveness 70 times 7. Forgiveness.
So that's all I got going on. You want to run to some pillow talk?
Yeah, that's royal wedding. Y'all some hating ass niggas and some hating ass feminists. What's wrong with y'all?
Tell me more.
Why can't we just have a moment? It's black. I think somebody was like, is this black love? It is black love because we supporting a black woman.
Look, we supporting a
making
black
history.
woman. Her mama
Y'all
is
lucky.
true, nigga.
You
Because she
lucky I
had them
ain't shout them out
dreadlocks looking
intro.
fly.
Come on. She's making history and she's going to be a role model for black women and women in general, right? So that's why I'm getting the Negroes who like, it ain't black love, only one out and she my queen. And of course we know it's black royal couples in Africa and all that. But she is a black woman, a black African American woman. We can't give her some props.
Right. And my thing was, I just wanted to be happy for her because her white side was acting the fuck up that I would want to be like, come on, sis, because that black side was just looking so damn regal.
Come on. It showed how it was done, right? And you know the feminists talking about what she gave her for a job for a man. Bye, sis. She's a motherfucking princess. She's the fucking princess of Sussex. Bitch, of course. She's doing philanthropy. She's having awards. She's changing lives, literally. Bye. Meanwhile, the bitch is talking about she gave up her job for a man as CNAs. Call center managers. Bitch, you wish Prince Harry would come and tell you to leave your job. I wish you give up her job for that. And box store managers. Yes, she got to leave that shit on Suits. Bye. You're a princess now. This is your full-time job.
Right.
And like I get people saying, it's right, it's colonizers, the patriarchy, right? You know what I'm saying? But damn, we can't have just a little bit of joy. You know, it's just a little bit of joy. Does this change anything? Does this change everything? No.
No, it don't.
It's no rest for the weary, right?
Right.
Like James Baldwin said, to be a Negro in this country is to be to be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a constant state of rage.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have, how long was the wedding? 30 minutes?
However long.
I can't have 30 minutes of joy.
Nope.
It's just a slight bit of happiness for this black woman.
Nope.
Who found allegedly her literally.
The Prince Charming. Motherfucking Prince Charming.
I've been telling you bitches that ain't real. And Megan just came with receipts. Nyambi has told you bitches is not real. And then Megan gonna come, oh, Nyambi. I'm just sliding this receipt for my prince.
Right. Because I did find my Prince Charming.
Hating ass bitch. Like, can we just have this moment? That's all I was saying. Like, of course, do it downplay anything that we're going through as blacks in this country? No. Does it downplay that these babies are shooting other babies in school? No, none of that, right? But can we have 30 minutes of joy and happiness for this moment, right? Mm-hmm. And also, what y'all expect of Megan? Y'all think in a 30-minute wedding she about to tear down hundreds of years of the matriarch?
Right.
Or the what? You know what I'm saying?
Systemic shit, like
this legacy. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about just the legacy of the royal family. That ain't gonna happen.
No.
Unrealistic bullshit. Like, so I'm curious, Aaron, why you think that it was so hard for folks just to find a little joy in it?
Because they was hating.
Just a little.
The thing
now, don't get me wrong. I ain't about to go on 2-3 weeks talking about this. No. Monday, I'm all set.
Look, I'm all set. Like, look, I ain't got no job to go to talk about, so I'm all set. Like, after this podcast, I'm not gonna. There's no reason for me to talk about
Bring
it.
it up. But in that moment when sis walked out, I couldn't have a little smile on my face.
Right. They're like, come on, sis.
You made it. You got yours, sis.
Right. Your mama with them dreadlocks looking fly.
Like, why can't we have those moments?
Because
flip right back and get back to business.
To be woke is to have no joy. And like everything can be tied back to what I was telling, racism and capitalism.
But anyway, talking more about it, Prince Harry is fine, even though he balding. It don't matter. He fine. Shout out to y'all. Y'all like black girls. Is it just because he dating a black girl now? Is it like the scandal effect?
Oh.
Every time Olivia get new, I'm like, he ain't that bad. Look, you squint a little. But Prince Harry was looking cute. Everybody said he was mesmerized with what she heard, and he was. Mm-hmm. He ain't know what was going on. The choir could have bust out, would back that ass up, breaking in for the 9925. I mean 99 to the 2000. He wouldn't know what the fuck was going on.
My favorite meme is when they have her walking down the aisle, and it's like, "She's your queen to be."
Is she literally?
Dude, I watched that at least 4 times. Actually, it is amazing.
She is. And Harry crying. You stupid.
Right. But whoever did that meme, they win.
I think Megan even saw that and thought it was funny. And she had to explain to Harry what it was.
Right.
They on their honeymoon. You got to watch this movie real quick, baby.
Coming to America.
But even her dress, though, all her dress was understated dress, but it was classy, right? Mm-hmm. I think of she's a little older, right? In the type of family and the royal culture that she's marrying into, she can't be having a King Sierra dress.
Yeah, she was also previously married, right?
Yeah, like it's just I even think if this is my second marriage, I don't need a ball gown in this bitch. Like it's just a different energy, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a different elegance to it, right? And that's what I'm saying, niggas. There wasn't no bling on it. Niggas, what do you think this is, niggas? Did you not see the fucking shit on her fucking forehead? I mean, not her forehead, on her head. Right. Did y'all niggas not see that tiara? Did you not see that bracelet? Did you not see the ring? What do you mean? Where's the bling at? Because you niggas are used to that Claire shit.
Right. It's not even real bling.
And that David's Bridal's finest. Look, y'all niggas used to David's Bridal's finest.
Shit ain't even real.
And all that jazzle shit that your grandma done hooked on. Mm-hmm. She got real diamonds.
Right.
Talking about she ain't got enough diamonds. Bitch, did you not see her tiara? It is crazy. It's moving forward.
Right.
Yeah, it is too much, right? And then the pastor. The black pastor said a word, didn't he?
Yeah, he tore down the house.
That black, because at first I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. At first I was like, I was nervous because he was waving his hands on them candles. I prayed a little prayer. I said, Lord, don't let him knock over no candles. But then he started getting into the word and start moving them hands. And then the shady cameraman started going to everybody in the audience that was looking. He did it right. And I loved how he talked about love and MLK, and he tied it in, right? And I think it was beautiful for the couple, because what folks don't realize is Meghan and Henry is Harry. I haven't got this boy name. I said Henry.
Look, now how he done made him black. Prince Henry.
I'm sorry, Prince Henry and Meghan is huge into philanthropy, right? Mm-hmm. Like huge, and usually huge into philanthropy when it comes to like Africa and especially people of color and women. And so him talking about that really is something to touch home about their love. And not that the royal family isn't into philanthropy, but I don't think they're into philanthropy the way that Harry is into it, right? Mm-hmm. Harry will be amongst the people.
Right.
Because remember, they were shading him in the army, talking about, he was too scared to be a fighter. And he was like, nah, my nigga, I flew the plane. Like, what are you talking about? Right. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was good. Near the choir standby.
The choir was off the hook.
It was beautiful. It officially turned into a black wedding for me when he was like, oh, whoa, whoa.
Whoa,
I said,
this little light of mine.
No, this is Stand By Me.
Oh, they did that one too. They did Light of Mine too.
That was at the end, but when he's like, oh, whoa. First of all, Stand By Me. That's a
Come on, award-winning celloist. His ass is out there. They had everything. They had a black celloist out there. Yeah. Damn, I could have been an award-winning black celloist if I would have just stayed with it when I was in the 5th grade.
And then the black lady did the benediction. Mm-hmm. She killed it. Her mama was gorgeous. I tell the truth, Shane. It's one critique I have. Do you already know what the critique is, Nirams?
Let me see. Go ahead.
Her hat.
Oh, yeah.
I needed mama to go to Chicago or Detroit. I needed to go to the same place that Oprah and Camilla went. Camilla was bad. You hear me? Mm-hmm. Camilla, come in, queen. Because none of us has really been here for Camilla since Princess Diana. Mm-hmm. We all kind of been side, low key shade, like throwing her shade, right? Camilla came through and wasn't here to play with you hoes with that shit orchestrated on her head, okay?
But I also think it's, mom got locks, right? So I think it was a little hard to find a hat that.
Near him.
I'm just trying
My daughter is the princess of Sussex County or whatever. Get the bitch special made. I don't give a fuck if they have to do a outline of my forehead. Like, I don't. Make it work. What is that? Make it work. I forgot what white man that is. Make it work. Make a brand new hat that nobody else done wore. Look at Queen Oprah. Queen Oprah was bad. She was looking like the mother of the bride. That's the only thing I wish Mama Markle did. I wish Mama Markle had a nasty hat. She had a little Black Panther beret, was cute. But I wanted a nasty that no one could sit behind her hat. And I wanted it linked with a T. I wanted it linked to the side, just like Camilla's. Them bitches was bad up in the Britain with them hats.
It sure was.
God damn. I ain't never seen white girls get that bad. Have you?
No.
Fuck. I couldn't even stop hating. It made me want to go wear a hat to my contemporary church. Meanwhile, they in jeans. What? Why you laughing at me?
Meanwhile, they in jeans.
It was just so bad. And them suits, them tailored suits that them women, I mean, gentlemen, y'all was cute, but them tailored suits that them women were wearing, that's where Hillary should have went.
Yeah.
Hillary should have came up on stage with a nasty hat. To them, what's it called? When they arguing together.
Oh, yeah. the debates.
And see how I throw everybody off. Come with a nasty hat. I been doing it through everybody. See, she ain't do shenanigans like that.
Right.
She ain't do her shenanigans like Donald Trump. If I was Hillary, I'd come up with a nasty hat and have it and cover my eyes. And they're like, why you hide? I can't. No, see, never mind. But I thought it was beautiful. It was just long enough. I wasn't emotional or nothing like that, like I was for the Negro spiritual. But I had some joy for my sister because Meghan Markle identifies as a Black woman. I know she fair skinned. I know she can pass. But just for her to outwardly say, I identify as a Black woman, right?
Right.
Without having to be told that. I need to stand by her, right? Because a Black woman, Meghan is going to go up against so much bullshit.
Right.
For the rest of her life and her kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I don't want to hate on her wedding. Enjoy, sis.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. You the real Princess Frog.
She is the real Princess Frog.
And all these niggas making animation. But it bothered me the way some Black people was getting on that. Like,
they was hating. Oh, hating.
It bothered me. Like, to the point it was like, this is a Black woman.
Right.
Put some respect on her name. Outside of interracial relationship, we can have all those conversations later. But in this moment, be happy for her.
Right. Be happy for the princess.
What the pastor say, you ain't really forgive if you keep in count.
My question is, so Oprah had a ring on her ring finger. Did her and Stedman get married?
Don't worry about what the fuck her and Stedman do. Next question. Oprah need to hire me as her publicist.
Don't worry about what the fuck her and Stedman do. I just see a ring on her ring finger, and I'm asking what's going on.
If that was her statement, she asked about Stedman, and she came on the interview. Don't worry about what the fuck me and Stedman do. Next question. What do you think the reporter would say?
Oh, excuse me, Oprah. But Oprah was snatched though.
Oprah always snatch. Y'all be hating on Oprah, no matter what size she is, a 2 or a 22. I ain't never seen Oprah out of place. Since at least, in the 80s, she had a rough period. The 80s and the early 90s. But after 95 to current, I haven't seen Oprah in a bad outfit. 90, and no matter what size, hair, it don't matter. 95 on, she's been snatched and bad. Now, previous to that, with, the Patti LaBelle, eyeshadow, and the blowouts, yeah, that was trash, right? But it was the 80s. Everybody's was trash.
Right.
But be real. When you ever seen Oprah not snatched? She need to come out with a spank line. I'll buy it. That's what Oprah, honestly, Oprah and Serena was there too with her gorgeous baby and her white man. They're the reason why I'm doing a little fast. I'm eating too much food.
What? Maybe, how about working out, baby?
I'm still sore.
It's called delayed onset muscle soreness.
No, I don't want to pull no muscles. I can't really take no time off work.
you're not pulling the muscle. Actually, if you do more exercise, the soreness will go away.
Anyway, don't distract me. Queen Oprah and Serena, who just had a child yesterday, snatched. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking like a Pop Biscuits can. I need you to do better.
What?
You know how to Pop Biscuit can, you pop it cute. Then you start popping them holes and it starts sliding through the meat.
Looking like a Pop Biscuits can.
Because I eat too many biscuits.
Oh.
I've been eating too much breakfast. I need to go back to just the protein shakes for breakfast. My body ain't used to all these carbs. It's like, oh, bitch, we eating again? Another cake? Another pancake?
Stop eating American breakfast and go to something else.
What is it? I am American. Now I got to teach you like the people in New England. I am American. What am I supposed to eat?
Shit.
I'm American.
Collard greens and rice, nigga. I don't know.
Exactly. But I thought the wedding was beautiful. I should talk. Maybe you can talk from the male perspective. You know?
There's nothing to really talk about because, like...
What about Harry?
Because the suits... The thing with men's suits is that they're always the same. So
no matter if you a prince or you went to Men's Warehouse.
Right. The only thing it is how much it costs. But other than that, all the suits
Men's
are the same.
Warehouse won't make like a Prince Harry special.
No.
To be like, I want my husband to be dressed like Prince Harry. That would be smart.
Actually, Men's Warehouse got custom suits now, so they might be able to do it.
Oh, so y'all niggas don't do custom suits, period? You gotta go. Where do you go buy a custom tuxedo? A Versace.
Yeah. Get a fashion designer.
So you just got to get a generic one to get it tailored.
Yeah.
Oh, that's trash.
The Men's Warehouse actually just started doing custom suit stuff.
I just assumed.
No.
That you can get a custom suit kind of any of them stores.
No, you can't.
But you know what? You're not talking about. You know what did well though was their daddy. I need to get their names. Who walked her halfway down the aisle? Mm-hmm. He seemed so thoughtful that day. The way he kept running to hold Megan and also her black mama, to the point where I thought he was gonna leave Camilla again. He was not playing.
Mm-hmm. He sure wasn't.
How old is that grandma and the husband? Are we going to be sad when they die?
Probably.
To the point where, is it like, finally? I think we're past the point. You know when some people would pass, you'd be like, finally. Mm-hmm. I think it's past finally to I'm be sad again. Because it's an age of like, oh, I'm sad. But it's another age of like, it was time to be with the Lord.
Right.
Your time's up. But now I think I've transitioned to sad. Just like, who else I'd be sad die when they die?
Who?
Betty Wright.
Oh, yeah.
It's too much now. Like, I feel like it was a period that we were all expecting it to happen.
Right. But as long as her ass been alive now, though.
She's owned by it, that I think the country will fall apart when she dies. You don't think?
Yes.
Wouldn't you be a little sad?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, she was 98.
Right.
What is it, Miriam? All right. Black Love Doc.
She's your queen to be.
Miriam, have you still not watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Well, you tell me. You lead it because, hell, I don't forget.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
So this one was about how they met, like each other's love story. So you had Grant Hill and Tamia, Kurt Franklin. Damn, what was her name?
Tammy.
Kurt Franklin, Tammy. Eddie George and Taj.
Yeah, it was some of them other couples I know. What was that younger couple? Who he said he played for Detroit?
That was Grant Hill.
Oh, shut up. I have not saw. It is a young couple on there. And she and Pete, because they on that couch and he grabbing her booty for the whole interview.
Oh.
Did you see the second episode?
No, I didn't see the second episode.
This nigga. I think they was on the first one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They a younger one.
Did you see the second episode?
Yeah, I mean, in the background. It's hard for me to focus. After we talk about this, it's hard for me to focus on that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Like, it just, I be losing. Like, I think I need them to, like, put the question up front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I know what you mean.
It's hard for me to follow. It's not.
So, so here's the thing.
But it's not the director. It's the people who tell the story.
So, here's the thing. So, I think the reason why they do like each individual because they ask them the same question, but also B, I think that if you did it long form, each couple, you'll lose interest because you'd be like, well, what was the question again? So I think that's why they do it like that.
I'm shady. Yeah, because I'm on boring.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is me. Okay, y'all might hate me. Y'all don't hate me. This is only the second episode. Never have watched. I have the right to change my mind. Do y'all not come from Nyambi or I block? You know who really gets on my nerves?
Who?
Randall. God damn it.
What? I thought
Randall and his wife, it irks the piss out of me.
Why?
Because, oh my God.
Because the more I see Randall, I say, oh, he a real nigga.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I'm not taking anyone black card on here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's plenty of niggas I dislike. What are you talking about?
Photo today. There's plenty of niggas I dislike.
I'm not taking anyone black card here. We're not talking about blackness. I'm talking about disliking as a human.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope this don't affect my This Is Us. Because he act like Randall in real life.
Really?
But
and that's why you don't like
cool as Beth. Yeah, she made me like Beth.
Oh.
Where Beth at? I think I like Beth.
Now I see
your
it.
Other wife.
Now I see it. I see what you're talking about. Old girl with the pink top and the dude just holding her ass.
Grabbing her booty. I said, you know what? I need to read deep in there. It might be some mirroring going on, but I was like, I'm still getting fuckboy realness from him, and I need to really prepare myself for episode 3 because they talking about all these trifling ass niggas who cheated.
Well, Nyambi, how would we be on the couch?
I'm ready to go in.
How would we be on the couch?
Oh, DL Hughley ass. I cheated. I did this, and that. I said, you did, nigga, didn't you? You said it too casually for me. Nigga said it too. And I'm going in episode 3. I'm going to line each and every one of them niggas up like they bitches should have. But yeah, because I think that's what, you heard what I said. I ain't repeating it. Because the ones who grabbing the booty, this is just from the preview. I done got this riled up, right? So I think this is gonna be the juicy one. I wanted to stir emotion out of me.
See, the thing is, for you, Nyambi, you need conflict and stuff. And the first 2 episodes,
that's not conflict, it's life.
No, but I think for you need some type of conflict. And for the first episode, I haven't seen the second episode, but for the first episode, it was so like happily ever after, like people telling their love stories on how they got started, and that's not necessarily the most interesting thing of like black love, like how people met, like unless it was something like super dramatic. But it was like, yeah, I seen her at a restaurant, and I was like, I'm gonna marry her.
Could you still story with some emotion?
So like I see where you're coming at from that. But you know, you gotta lay some.
It so I can make sure I can get on season 3.
Exactly. Well, you keep talking shit like this, ain't gonna be able to put her ass on.
I'm just telling the motherfucking truth.
Okay.
And I ain't the only one who feel this way. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's great, right? Yeah. But we telling the truth, shame the devil.
Right. I understand. So
I think y'all to watch it. It ain't. If I told you need to be worried if Nyambi don't ever bring it up again. That's when you need to be worried.
So Nyambi. So I think that's more or less the hard part is that. For the first episode, you're hearing people tell like their love story, like how they met and things of that sort. And that's not necessarily the best thing about I
disagree.
I think it's not necessarily the most interesting thing about black love.
We could have put something in there. Could we put in the fucking pictures? Some PowerPoint pictures? Mm-hmm. Something to keep me engaged, right? Because it got to the point where they got so long. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Not all of them, just some of them. But what I said, I was getting riled up in episode 3 with the younger couple, and that's why they need Niram and Nayam. You know what I want to see him on Black Love? I want to see him do a round table. Mm-hmm. I had a comeback for him when he was like, because they got together, the one who was grabbing the booty got together so young, like 18, 19. He's like, yeah, we grew together. And I can agree with, like, I can relate to us because we got together young, right? And now we're in our 30s. But what he is like, because I guess he cheated too, Jesus. And he was like, I didn't even know what monogamy was. I don't even know what it is now. Stop fucking recording. Stop the fucking cameras. We would have instantly went to Love and Hip Hop. Cut the goddamn cameras. What the fuck you mean?
Cody, Tommy, cut the shit off real quick.
Actually, don't even cut it. Get the fuck out.
Cut. Cut.
Me. Y'all got to get the fuck out. Leave your shit. We'll ship it. Cody, I don't want to hear it. So when he said that, she ain't even say that. I said, couldn't be Nyambi. The fuck you mean you still don't know what it
You
is?
still don't know what monogamy is now.
In the episode, I guess it's called accountability. Niggas, I don't know. Black women, we giving way too many passes on this monogamy shit. We're giving way too many passes to niggas on this. And I ain't hear not one of the women say they were, they didn't cheat. Maybe they will. But we giving a lot of passes on this. And it's niggas from all ages. From the dumb ones in 30 all the way up to the old ones. It look like they got some special guests on this one. Because I seen that girl come on with that pink lipstick. And I know, I was like, they're going to be good.
You said that one's going to be good.
That's when she had that honey doo doo go go, whatever it's called from Mac. Oh, that's going to be good. Well, Nim, you tell me, you talking about ain't enough juice for me?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I need to do a Black Love Doc. I'm going to be the Mona Scott, her Black Love Doc. I'm going to ask hard questions. That's me. So, sis, when he just said that he don't know what monogamy is, how did that make you feel?
And I think another thing that you probably didn't like about it is how...
don't say like I like the whole thing. It's
no.
That just didn't land for me.
But
like,
I think another thing that maybe a hard time for you was that, looking back at it, like most of the men did all the talking.
Was that it? Niram knows I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Subconsciously, I was thinking, what these niggas shut the fuck up.
And so, I think that was another thing too, is that a lot of the men, most of the men did all the talking.
Shut the fuck up.
And Naomi ain't for that.
Even I ain't never heard Grant Hill say them many words. I ain't never heard Grant Hill talk.
Right. He played for Detroit for how many years? 7? We ain't never heard that nigga talk that much.
I've never heard how his voice sound. But he had a lot to say.
Yeah. Because I think that's one of the things that...
Damn, Niram. I didn't even pick up on that. But it was something about, like, I feel like I wasn't hearing, like, I don't know. You're right. And I couldn't put my finger on it. It wasn't connecting. Like, even Randall ass kept cutting off Beth.
Like you to me?
No.
Oh.
Don't do that. Randall kept cutting off fake Beth, the new Beth.
Oh.
I ain't like that.
So I think that's one of the things because, I just remember like going back and just seeing like a lot of women just looking at their dude while they talk.
And like admiring it, looking at him
admiring it or shaking his head and things of that sort. And there was only a few couples that the women of the couple also talked. Or had a as equal response as the men in the couple did.
I agree. I think Kurt Franklin and his wife talk equally. And it was another couple. Maybe Taj and Eddie maybe talk equally. But the rest of them young women, black queens. You know who I was there for? Surprisingly?
Who?
Guess who my favorite couple is?
Who?
She's Gotta Have It. And what's his name from Underground?
Oh, yeah.
Scar on his face.
Yeah. Damn.
What's his name? Kodak? What is his name?
No, his name ain't no damn Kodak.
Underground. Let me Google it. Underground cast. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Kato. Motherfucking Kato and his wife, She Gotta Have It. I'm fucking here for Kato and She Gotta Have It 110%. Kato and She Gotta Have It is my niggas and my bitches. I don't know their real name.
You just know Kato and She Gotta Have It.
His name is Alano Miller. I'm here for motherfucker Alano ass. And what's it? She Gotta Have It. That black girl with them pretty eyes. See, you know those women, we got pretty eyes. You niggas got them funny eyes. She
do got pretty eyes though.
She's gorgeous, right? She's like scary pretty. DeWanda and Alana. Kato and Nola, darling. Jesus. I was here for their love. They the one, they got me riled up.
They got you all riled up.
I like their love a lot.
I just like how like Kurt Franklin's background, how it was just interesting, how she was like, I really fell in love with how he was like, I'm in the music ministry. And he just stood his word, and I'm just gonna.
When that was cute in the 90s, honey.
It sure was.
You know, usually music ministry in the black church was signal for gay. What it was, I'm just
talking about. Still is.
Yeah, but not as much, right? But 90s, absolutely, right?
Yeah,
Now it's still a stigma there, but yeah, it's straight men who
because
do
I
it, and it's
remember,
straight back then who did it, right? But I
right.
think the 90s it was very
I
a
had to
stigma.
tell my mama today
What?
because she was talking about something like one of the choir directors, and she's like, "Yeah, I think he might be gay," and it's like, "My, what I got to do with anything of your point?
Did you say what they got?
What they got to do with your point that he gay? Because it
Like,
was something like,
did he mess with one of your nephews? Or you know what I'm saying? Did
right?
something happen, right?
No,
Is he dating somebody you know?
it
Did
was
he take
something.
your man? Did he take your
It was something on the lines of like he changed it up or like changed up the songs or whatever. And
yeah.
it's like, yeah, he might be gay. And it's like, what him being gay got to be with he changing the songs? Like
Sound
his
like he
sex,
did his job. It sounded like he did his job.
right? His sexual orientation ain't got nothing to do with the songs, ma.
Sounded like an episode from Greenleaf.
And then she's like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, damn, come on, ma.
So I mean, that took a lot of guts, right? And then for him to hold firm into that, and I like how he said he proposed to her. He said, "I ain't gonna be no hoe no more." Come on. Kurt Franklin and Tammy. I already knew I was gonna be there for them, right? But my standout couple is Nola Darling and Kato.
And Kato.
Kato, motherfucking Kato is my nigga. I didn't realize they was together, and they've been together for like 10 years.
Right.
What? I need them to act together. I bet their chemistry would be sickening.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, I don't know. It might fall flat like Will and Jada did on Ali. Flat. What?
You were.
It was.
It was kind
And
of.
both of them are great actors, but it was flat.
It was. I have to agree.
Ain't no lies for me to tell. I stand for both of them. I just tell the truth. That's all.
Gotcha. So you need to rewatch the second. I need to watch the second episode.
I'm
Anything
not
else?
rewatching that.
Okay.
But yeah, you should watch the second one, and I'm ready for the third one. And you can save me on the second one. I don't even know what the theme was about the second one. That's the saying. I don't even know what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was about proposals.
Gotcha.
Because I think the one who was grabbing the booty lost me when it was like, I think he got dropped by the Lions, picked up by the Lions, and they gave him his little service package. And he's like, well, we can go buy a house or get married. And she's like, I want to get married. And he said, okay. What you broke?
What?
What you broke niggas say? And then they had to know to be like, I ain't regret it. You should have.
Niggas are stupid.
You should have.
Look.
That's what I need me and you to host it. You should have.
You should have. Because we are definitely happy that we bought a house.
If we didn't, Lord. We be singing them Negro spirituals too.
Right.
You got anything else about Black Love? But it's good. It's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lesbian couple, like, I'm enjoying their background. I want more of them.
Yeah.
I do want more of them. I want more of their backstory. You know, I want that. But the first two was a little hard for me to watch. Is not the word. Like, I feel like I got distracted.
Mm-hmm. I think
that happened. Why I got distracted.
So it wasn't engaging enough for you.
I wasn't invested.
So you either not invested or it wasn't engaging enough for you. Which one?
Yep. But the man was talking too much.
Or the niggas was talking too much and you just started tuning out.
What you mean? I don't do that.
Yes, you do. You do it with me.
You said that niggas start talking. What I do?
He started tuning niggas out. You do? Mm-hmm. So, alrighty. What else we got?
We gonna talk about the GeeChee people, or we gonna say that?
We already at. I think we should move on to the kitchen.
I was thinking okay. The way I was gonna split it, we can do the GeeChee people, and then Wednesday we can just do the kitchen table talk and the Black Love story, and check in. Because I think the kitchen table talk is longer. It's gonna be something to unpack.
It is a lot to unpack. So.
And I don't want to do it quickly.
So we already at.
Okay, Niram, wait. We don't got to put all this out there.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Gullah Geechee people.
All right.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did watch it.
Well, go ahead. Give the folks a little background.
So the background is that in the GeeChee Islands, damn, I forgot the term of it. It's like when all the slave masters left, like the Gullah Geechee people bought all this land and they call it like communal land. And what's happening now is like gentrification is coming to the Gullah Geechee Islands.
Well, stop right there.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people who, for the folks who might not be touched by white hands or in the readings of Baldwin, the Gullah Geechee people?
How about you fill that in?
Oh, see, I'm trying to do what they did in the Black Love Doc.
Oh.
And you keep just assisting it back to me. I'm just joking. But no, it's just a type of folks, right, who were enslaved, right, who became free. And the Gullah Geechee people, usually they're around that Carolina area.
Right.
So think of like Hilton Head area. And also it's some folks in the Georgia area. Is it I don't want to get it confused. I forgot. Is it the Geechee folks in the Carolinas and the Gullahs in Atlanta? I mean, not Atlanta. Oh, I tried it.
You did.
I tried it.
Northern Georgia,
in the islands of Georgia. I'll confirm that as he's vice versa. And like Niram said, he can go into it, but it's a group of Black people, right, who came through the slave trade, right. But the thing is to note is they're not all from the same places. So they're not all from certain places of Africa. They're not all from the Caribbean islands, right? They're not all from South America. They were a mixture of people, right? Which then gave to this Gullah Geechee culture, right? This more so this Creole. So they kind of created their own language around it in their own culture by combining all of their, African, Caribbean, South American in some instances, culture mixed with a little bit of the colonizer, right? They mashed it together and made it their own. That's what's so unique about the Gullah Geechee people. And they started doing it off rip, right? You know what I'm saying? As soon as freedom was able to be free, they did it. When white folks fled because the land wasn't seen as pristine,
right?
Which happens all over the country, right? But I think the Gullah Geechee people is one of the few groups. There's a couple other groups that have done that was in Black communities, but the Gullah Geechee, I think they said that they did the prototype. Right. When it comes, all right, all the colonizers done left.
We're gonna buy up this land, and it's gonna be
all going to just commune. All of us,
it's gonna be ancestral, communal land. So that's the thing. We're gonna
pass on. Go ahead, Niram. It's amazing. I love this. Right. I wish in my bones I was Gullah Geechee somehow. I don't think it's no connection to my family there.
Well, if it wasn't for motherfuckers taking identities and finding you for a court and shit, I would do my 21andMe to see if I'm Gullah Geechee, but I'll pass.
I'm going down there and claiming some damn land.
Right. I want some land too. But that's the thing. So when all the slave masters left, the Gullah Geechee people went ahead and came up with all their money and bought like this land. And they said that this is going to be communal land for all the ancestors. So we're just going to pass it on. Generation through generation.
Yeah.
However, what's going on now is that gentrification is going on, and the colonizers are finding loopholes to force these Gullah Geechee people to either sell their land or try to buy it. So the thing that was going on now is that
not a lot of money, honey.
Yeah. So the thing that's going on now is that it's gentrification. They on the islands. Things have changed technology wise that that marshland where they're on can now be turned into something good. So like golf courses and things of that sort, and they got a lot of waterfront property there.
Well, before you couldn't have built on that land, right?
But now you can.
Swamp and marsh, but now you can build on it safely.
But now you can with the advancement of technology. So one of the loopholes of having ancestral and communal land, and this is what's also happening to Black folks who mama, say grandma had 7 kids, and then grandma and them die, and then the 7 kids get all this land, right? Yeah. And then you say somebody want to sell it, and by law, everybody has like this type of like percentage or portion to the land, and what the colonizers are doing is finding one of the weak links to say, hey, we'll give you this much for it. And then it's forcing the people to go to the courts. To go to courts to say either fight this and be like, no, we want to keep this land, or they got to buy that person out. And then the thing is they don't have the money to buy them out because the prices of the land has skyrocketed throughout. So it's forcing them to have to sell the land and basically be homeless or not be able to be in that community no more. And what you're seeing now is that the disarray of the Gullah Geechee people not having that land that they used to have, like this ancestral and communal land, which is now separating and splitting up different cultures, like the
Yeah.
colonizers always do, like how they did in
Yeah.
Detroit, and they put that big ass freeway in the middle of the most flourishing area of the
Black
city.
community. Yep.
Right.
And I think that speaks to a lot. And what the colonizers are triggering the people who left.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge migration or a huge population of Gullah Geechee folks in New York City, right? So they getting them cousins, as I like to say, that done left and say, we'll give you X amount of dollars for this. Thank you. We own it. And then they go in a fight with their family.
Right.
And it's like this. And then it becomes inter-family fighting, right? Well, I'm sure y'all know about this. If you ain't Gullah Geechee, if you got family with land or a little piece of something and somebody wanted to sell and somebody didn't, just in that stuff is calling some fight. And a lot of times people can't afford to hire these lawyers. So they even interviewed like a couple Black lawyers who was like, I just do this pro bono.
Right.
So that are of Gullah Geechee ancestry to just preserve this land, because the other thing is the colonizers then try you in court and they got more money than you.
Right.
And, a court is not about the truth or justice. Court is about who got the most money and who can tell the best story.
Mm-hmm.
The most convincing. If you both got equal money, who can tell the most convincing story? Yeah. If not, it's about who got the most money. Money can run the longest. And
I think that's one of the hardest things is to see like these communities being broke up. On money, but also B, knowing all these loopholes that colonizers are using against us.
Putting in place, yeah.
So they know that like these people don't know, or now they do, but these people didn't know that their land was going to be such a like prime real estate, like.
Yeah, because it's down by Hilton Head, right? So it's Hilton Head, like it's huge property value, right?
Right. So they only had one bridge. They start, people started building bridges, and now it's more access to cars and things of that sort, and it's just raising the property value. And the thing is, all you need is one weak link to be like, I'm a buy it for this much, and they be like, well, I want to sell my portion. But that's the thing in communal land, like there's no. Like there's no map or diagram. Like if you bought a house that says how much property you have or where's your property at.
And so they just start building.
Right. So they forces you to like sell it because you can either buy that person out, but you can't because hell, y'all already poor as hell.
Can't afford it.
So you can't afford to buy it out, or you forced to sell it.
The money's not liquidated.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you forced to sell the whole land at pennies on the dollar, and then the colonizers come on it and build like a big ass golf course.
Or the colonizers get crafty in the area that they bought. They built their big ass resort, and you be like, "This not my land. That you on my land? Oh, well, take me to court on that."
Exactly.
What you supposed to do? And they'll get it for free that way.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It's crazy to see how like all this land stuff works.
And it surprised me so much that it hit the Gullah Geechee part. Like I've heard of that in other areas, but I thought because. The thing is, like you said, they had this communal land. Like I thought it was more titles and deeds tied to that, but it's still so informal, right? And nobody ever went back and tightened that shit up.
No.
Mm-hmm. No. I don't know. It's just something about that touched me, right?
Yeah.
And I even think back to my family as my grandfather is getting older, and there's land, and he just lost his brother, right? So there's his land, right? And I don't think, I'm sure it's passed down to my mother and her sisters and brothers and stuff, or even my father with the land he has. It just seems like that generation ain't as lit.
Right.
It's like a skeptic generation, right? So I feel like my grandparents' generation was really lit and adamant about it. They paid the taxes.
Right.
And I feel like it's my parents' generation that's like, child, buy, sell it.
I don't want to be in Alabama. Who gonna be in bumfuck Alabama? I don't want to be there.
And then I feel like it's our generation that's like, no, keep it.
Right.
Because colonizers are crafty.
They are crafty.
Pay the taxes.
Pay the damn taxes.
Pay the taxes, or pay somebody to build some trees and cut some trees down. I don't care what it is, but don't sell it. So I even see that conflict when it comes like with family and stuff. Because I brought it up, like, because they talk about property. I was like, y'all shouldn't sell it. Well, you don't know. I said,
okay. Here's my prediction.
I done said my point.
So here's my prediction. The world has like a population problem.
Yeah.
So, there's more people being born and pretty much in all the areas, there's an overpopulation. So I was talking to T'Challa. He was here, and he was talking about how the Chinese are even moving to Africa and buying up areas of Africa and building up there because the population in China is just too big and they can't house them all. And this is also happening in like parts of Jamaica and things of that sort. So I think, it might not happen in our generation or the generation afterwards, but it's going to be a war about population and land. And now's the time to cop that shit up and have this
Yeah.
as that intergenerational
Well,
wealth, because that's one thing that property values might come and go, but the thing is,
and
it's only this much land ever
yeah,
for the
they
rest
know.
of our lives.
Set amount of land.
Yeah, it's only a
And
set amount of
eventually
land, and eventually it's gonna all run out.
it'll flip. And then the price is gonna flip on it, no matter where you at, the hood or not. Them
So
$500 houses in Detroit are going to flip.
exactly. So I just think about that, and I also think about like how we in Colonizer Valley, and all these
Ain't
tech
no land.
companies are bringing in all these people like in droves. Like companies are like hiring 20 to 30,000 employees in like a couple of years. So like where are all these people going to go? And like the housing market is already crazy,
Ridiculous.
so I can only imagine that it's going to continue to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to combat that is, yes, we need to keep hold of all that ancestral land that we have. And then yes, it might be a pain in the ass to fight
Pay
with your
taxes.
cousins and pay taxes and shit. But sometimes
you might have to pay day side of
Right.
it, like. But we be on no forgiveness. But we be on. I paid day tax that time. But
right. Jesus. And y'all know, in every family, there's always one fuck up.
Yeah, at least. It might be more,
And
but it's always at minimum.
That person is the weak link, so y'all might need to just buy that weak link out.
Buy them out, or rotate who taking care of them.
Right.
Come up with the plan. People have trends, right?
Right.
Come up with the plan. It's your year that got him. It's like roulette.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's your year. Let's hope he got it. If not, you got him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Prepare for this and rise up. But that's stuff you had to come together as a community to do and take L's for the community.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one got. That's what I don't think. I don't know. I ain't did the DNA. I don't think I'm Gullah Geechee. I don't think that's where my people from. But it's something about that hurt my heart when I seen it.
Yeah, it's heart wrenching.
Oh.
Just to know that like my people, in a general sense, are being fucked over by the colonizers.
So explicitly.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but they lost their culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, weren't they trying to build something over like where their museum or their archives are? Like, how disrespectful.
Very.
How disrespectful. Talking about we went about this land. What land? Where your archives and library.
Right.
And where you keep your history. But what, you gonna build another library? No, we gonna level that bitch.
No. What? And that's the thing. Like, there was even a part where like this big ass resort was like on ancestral burial lands. Like, it was right in the back. So you walk off the resort and all you see is tombstones and shit. Like, what type of shit is that? Is just so fucking disrespectful.
You know how it is. I like it. Mm-hmm. Another good episode here, and then we're gonna read our good letter Wednesday.
Yeah, we can do that Wednesday because we got a couple of black love stories that came in too. So
good. Well, we don't got to do all the black. We can do one black love story. Right, another one, and we'll do our letter, and we'll wrap it on up because I know we're getting a little behind on that. I want to make sure we stay on track.
Yeah. All right. To submit your black love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website at Black Love Matters. We also got that SoundCloud, or you can leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. We also got that merch, so go ahead and check that out at blacklovematters.com/shop. We'll talk to y'all later, and remember, love is ever evolving.
Love is ever evolving. Peace.